to Sleep Stories with the Slumbering Seagull. These videos were made to help you sleep. So wherever you are, underneath the sun or underneath the stars, get relaxed and comfortable and let yourself drift away. Slumbering Seagull presents a new story series called Seasons. Seasons will be a series of different love stories, wholesome and uplifting for the heart. Sunset strolls by the shore. The sun dipped towards the horizon, painting the sky in vibrant hues of orange and pink. Opal wiggled her toes in the damp sand, savoring the cool breeze against her skin. Her chestnut hair danced in the wind as she strolled along the shoreline, lost in thought. Meanwhile, Clayton sat at his usual spot in the beachfront cafe, his face nearly glued to his laptop screen. Numbers and charts filled his vision, but he found his concentration wavering. His eyes drifted to the window, catching the sight of a figure walking along the beach. A lady strolled alone, projecting a serenity that Clayton secretly envied. She went further along until she was out of sight. The next day, Clayton surprisingly stepped out of his usual bubble by choosing a table outside. As Opal approached, he took a deep breath and called out, "Beautiful evening, isn't it?" Opal turned, a warm smile lighting up her face. It really is. With summer almost over, the weather's perfect right now for getting outside. Well, I'm usually inside, buried in work, Clayton admitted. But I thought I'd try something different today. At least some fresh air while I work. Oh, well, that's great, Opal said, her eyes twinkling. I'm Opal, by the way. Clayton Thompson, he replied, returning her smile. Would you like to join me for coffee? Sure. I'm more of a tea drinker myself, though. Okay, yeah, I'll buy. Oh, no, that's okay, really. Okay, I'll be out here when you're done ordering. She gave him a quick thumbs up and went in to order her drink. This cafe was a newer spot in town she'd never stopped at, but she liked the fresh look and large tea selection. She sat down at Clayton's table with her ice green tea with lemon and a chocolate chip muffin. This cafe is so nice. I'm pretty loyal to the Slumbering Seagull Cafe, though. Oh, I haven't been there. Where's that at? He asked. Just a few blocks down the road, she said, just before taking a bite of her muffin. The muffins are a lot better over there, too, she whispered. Sorry, I probably sound like a critic. I'll just have to try something else next time I'm here, she said while putting down the muffin. No worries, Opal. I have to remember to check out this seagull place. I'm new here. Well, more so visiting my parents, actually. They moved out here a few years ago. Oh, nice. Where are you from? Well, I've bounced around a bit. I was living in Boston for a while, but lately I've been staying with a buddy of mine in New York. Like, in the city? She asked. Yeah, he replied. Sounds expensive, she said as she gave a playful wince. He chuckled. You're right, it is. Jack's a finance guy. He's a risk analyst, and a good one. I would not have seriously considered moving there if he hadn't asked me to be his roommate. Her eyes grew big as she thought of the overcrowded streets and noisy. She let out a light laugh. Yeah, it has its challenges, but there's good sides too. More people, more business, more jobs, lots of great cafes. She smiled at his attempt at making a witty remark. That part sounds good. Okay. What do you do for work? I'm a software engineer. Wow, that's neat. Sounds very technical. Do you like it? I like it. Enough. But what? She said with a curious grin. After being here a few days, I'm wondering if I should look into something different. But I'm not sure what yet. Anyways, what about you, Opal? Do you like it here? I'm assuming you live here? He inquired. Yes, I do, she said, sure as stone. This is a great place to live. I can't see myself living anywhere else, or I guess even if I did, it would have to be at least mostly like here. They both laughed. Okay, and what do you do for work? Clayton asked as he took a sip of his coffee. I work part-time at a home improvement supply company in the gardening section, and I'm an intern at the City Parks and Recs department. Oh, wow, that's really interesting. Do you have a certain career you're pursuing, or just interning to gain experience? Clayton asked. Opal thought for a second. I'm still open to different ideas, but right now I think it's kind of a dream of mine to maybe one day become a conservation scientist. All right, that sounds way cool. Opal blushed. Thank you. It's nothing super exciting, but I started growing my own vegetables a couple of years ago with my dad for fun, and it sparked a love of organic produce. I'd love to help out an organic farm, or even just help a public park keep its trees and plants healthy and flourishing for years to come. And there is something therapeutic about gardening. Well, it just eases the mind. I've never really tried gardening. I can barely keep up with myself, let alone plants, Clayton said. I get that. Wait a second. Clayton Thompson? Opal said in more of a whisper to herself as she recalled back to why the name was so familiar. Oh my gosh. Are you related to Roger Thompson? The Roger Thompson I know is my grandfather. Yeah, he used to manage the post office, right? Clayton chuckled, glad to hear that she knew of his grandfather. Yes, he did. The main reason my parents moved out here was to be closer to him. Opal explained that her passion for ecology was sparked by Clayton's grandfather, Roger Thompson, who was the town's postmaster for many years before retiring. Years ago, when Opal was a teenager, Roger organized Yawnchester's first community beach cleanup day. During the event, Roger shared stories about how the beach had changed over the decades he'd been delivering mail along the coast. He showed Opal and other volunteers the impact of litter on local wildlife, pointing out areas where seabirds nested and explained how trash affected their habitats. Inspired by Roger's dedication to the community and his keen observation of environmental changes, Opal began to see her hometown through new eyes. She started volunteering at the local nature center and eventually pursued a bachelor's degree in ecology. Now, fresh out of college with her ecology degree, Opal is at the start of her career. She's currently interning at Yawnchester's Parks and Recs department, where she's gaining hands-on experience in local conservation efforts. Her role involves assisting with wildlife surveys, helping in maintaining nature trails, and educating visitors about the local ecosystem. Clayton's grandfather's simple act of organizing a beach cleanup and sharing his layman's knowledge of local environment changes had a profound impact on Opal's life's direction. She often credited him as the inspiration for her career choice. Wow, that was amazing, Opal. My grandfather always seemed very happy out here. How long are you going to be in Yawnchester for? Opal asked. Since I do a lot of my work on the computer and don't really use my vacation time, I decided to take 3 weeks off. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, you should come by and check out my garden one of these days, if you'd like to, she said shyly. Of course I'd like to, Clayton said, relieved that she offered. Can I send you my cell number? Clayton sent Opal his cell number. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, Opal said. No problem. It was really nice talking to you. It was good talking to you too. I'll see you sometime later, she said before standing up from the table. They said their goodbyes and she left. Clayton finished up a few tasks for the day and then headed home to his parents' house. They had dinner as a family. His father asked how the day went, and he mentioned meeting a woman named Opal.